7, 8, 10, 15, 20 guys to maintain a situation like this, they all want some kind of protection.
这样跑帅。
Close to a wall, which makes sense. However, if you get too bunched up and a roadside bomb or an IED goes off, a booby trap goes off, obviously the closer you are together, the more people can move. Hey, there's times when you get punched up. You might be with 2 or 3 people down a
Found some
corner,
materials.
but any military individual that's watching that is
not
Already on the next ring.
I mean, you couldn't see much of the breach, but essentially what a breach is, you put a big explosive breaching charge, which are specially made charges that blow doors open. You take a step back and blow the charge out. I mean, there's advantages to breaching as well. So when you detonate an explosive breaching charge, that's going to stun people in the room too. So there's some advantages, but there's also times where you want to maintain, silence. So there's advantages and disadvantages to both.
Hey, don't mind if I roll with you? Let me see what's move on me.
When we were in the Battle of Ramadi, every operation we went out on, we were Marines with us all the time. I think this is representing the Marine Corps element. Yo, let's go.
Get down! Get down on the ground right now!
Let me break this down a little bit. Civilians that are running. One thing we have control. That's what you're trying to do. You don't know what's happening. You walk into a room, you don't know what's happening. Things aren't as what you're trying to do is get into a room and try to get control the room. I actually just need to get control of the human being there. That could mean telling them to get down on the ground and they're not moving anymore. Cool. You have control. Now you need to actually make sure they don't have weapons. Make sure they're not ready for a suicide death or something like that so that they can attack clearing houses. What you're doing is trying to make sure there's no backup. If they're in the streets, you can take them out. If they're going to go in the buildings, they're going to houses. It's a civilian populace of the South. And then all of a sudden you realize there was a person in that house that wasn't from there.
我可以，我猜在这好像。
Where I see we got 3
啊，抱歉了，
没事没事，
我先休息一下，不好意思。
海南燒過咩啊？燒姐，燒姐在哪？燒姐，燒姐在哪？睇佢多台未玩？
打完未啊？
打完啦。
好啊，等一陣啊，等我打埋呢個先。
我拍支好撚痛喎，其實屌你黐人線，痛到依個點。
幾排啊？
咩啊？
幾排啊
2排未啦，3排啦，加埋。銀10分啊，而家又去翻。屌你嘅牙型一樣撚，簡直就智障咁樣。屌你！ 彈性積分鐵一屌那色啊！
大概15個頭，唔係
佢8個頭啫，你有冇見過佢對？你有冇叫佢點樣對線 Echo 啊？
冇。
你未見過啦，屌你！好撚誇張啊！好撚誇張！好撚誇張！佢對線嗰個 Echo 真係跨撚到咧，黐線！我有時候弱智仔咁先，佢仲係咁叫我幫佢，人哋 Echo 每次都差唔多單晒佢咁滯，屌你！
好易倒啊！佢做嘢都對。
This is a tough decision. They want to execute this mission. They know they're going after a bad guy that's killed. And at the same time, they got some people that they're suspect of, but they can't confirm. So,
咁你聽日使唔使啊？
strictly water operation like this.
Sir, the pirates have just issued a warning.
等等啊，俾多2分鐘我。
So they'll put a friendly target in front of a non-friendly target, and we'll have rescue during our deployment to Ramadi, where we went and rescued enemy kidnapped by insurgents. He was being held for ransom. Successful. It's something that we train for. It doesn't happen very often. Challenging situations because if you know a building's filled with bad guys, well then you can be
呢個新年
咦？點解？哦，唔係，我以為
going against a
Okay.
where you know there's
打啦，
a hostage.
真嘅，
Discriminatory in
我唔少見，
the enemy.
咩啊？
我嗰啲另類嘅花喎，
你又見到啲假花啦？
安乃馨喎，唔係啊，唔係啊，
你影出嚟睇下。
影相係啊，我哋嗰日行花市冇見到喎，好似你有冇印象？
冇，你俾我，你都要我唔知咩樣喎？你俾我
我而家
睇咩
send 緊
樣？
我 send 緊俾你啊，
What they need to do is die.
花市應該都有㗎。
SEALs that conducted this
好似
operation
見康乃馨喎呢
the
個
entire world, and with
有啊
有，白色嘅喎花市，
應該有見過啊！我哋一支支咁買啊嘛，我見到，
我拎咗2支牌，
但係咁
買嘅，
細支，
我媽買咗2支牌，我媽買咗2支翻嚟，
去邊度買啊？
哇！要買6，你喺邊度買㗎？花鋪，
哦，巴士買平啲喎。
喺樓下嗰個花鋪。
要啊要啊！
啲花市幾多錢？
Anson
哦，
要
花店。麥常愛，誒係喎，喂，交換嗰個咧，交換嗰個啊，試下。
喂，咩呢位袁大哥？
打機啊！
梗係打啦！
梗係打啦，你有冇多個啊？
is infected.
我得咁多
咧。
Funny look if I say check, for instance, that's one where if you tell me something.
OK，收到
你
你。
100殺再翻嚟揾我哋啊，好唔好啊？
等埋互動咯。
你100殺再翻嚟揾我哋。
我哋插多陣頭先啊！
Those are good ones.
可唔可以啊？你100殺再翻嚟揾我哋啊！
你部爛機好翻未啊，當勞兄？
爛機冇問題啦，有咩問題識呢同可以解決嘅問題。
咩啊？
殺嗰個交換啦，殺交換嗰個。我想知點樣交換，即係我而家未俾嘢人啦，我想去交換。
你想點玩呢個交換？
交換嗰個色神啊嘛，嗰個碎片，即係你俾咗我，我就唔可以同你再交換。
應該係佢防止你一日攞2塊咯。
幾時翻咗嚟香港啊？唔少年。
呢個6號
6號。
係啊，1月6號係啊。
貴喎，哎呀有貴，點樣有零點機啊？唉，你見你有冇一戶嗰個守護？
你講造型
係啊，
要撳邊個位先睇到嗰個位啲碎片？邊度撳道具啊？
你隔離咧左手邊咪有3格嘢嘅。
哦。
啲人工仔你第2格嗰個咪做。
我講我好撚慘，啱啱打火機打到，
你有冇自己玩咗嚟已經？
打咗一鋪咯。
啱啱先上線嘅喎。
屌你老母！對面中國玩雷茲，跟住對面jungle玩扎客，仆街我俾人撳撚住強姦咁樣，你知唔知好似？
你要唔要陸紅嗰2個 skin
屌你一個禁錮，跟住扎克飛埋嚟，死撚咗！屌零磚啊，仆街直頭！
你話一劍啊？
係啊，零磚 W 撳撚完個影，見撚住個影係咁坐 W，我撳撚到落去啊 W 第2下。
我就可以俾盧良陸紅開你。
我黑會有28同36咯，佢有2個造型。
守護針咯，咩啊？等，佢聽。
Even though they've crossed into Pakistani land, they're not hearing any communication from anyone. So they're saying, hey, look, we've gone into Pakistan, but no one's talking about it, which is a positive sign. Their night vision looks like in all these. Sometimes there's some more advanced goggles that have thermo as well, but from what I can see in these pictures, it looks like
my ultimate's good to go.
Night vision. Yeah, some of those are just even more advanced night vision goggles that give you a better.
All right, girl. Right by the ring. Got 45.
You come into a bright room, you leave out your night vision, raise your head a little bit, and you can look underneath your night vision. It's not that big of a deal. Or you can just flip them up. If you go into a dark room, you can just kind of knock your head forward a little bit, and those night vision will flip back down. So everyone finds their own little techniques on how they're going to do it.
30 seconds.
Yeah, basically just a big thick rope, grab hold of that rope and slide down it like a fireman going down a fireman's pole. Pretty straightforward.
Stay tight.
Choice.
Stay close to when the
Rings
bird
near and
sets
closing
down and
in
takes
10.
off. You want your group to be assembled pretty closely until you start to move towards the target. I'd say one of the big misconceptions that people have of people that are in SEAL teams is that they're some kind of
Already in the next ring.
You gotta remember that SEALs are just people, and they train really hard, work really hard to try and be good at our jobs, but they're still people, and they're not just Terminator robots. We watch a bunch of movies of these different operations or these fictitious operations, but we got to remember that the SEALs, just like every other branch of the service, has taken massive casualties, not only in our history, but in these recent wars. So even though it might look cool, you got to remember that there's been real sacrifices made, not just by the SEALs themselves, not just by the Marines and the Army and the Air Force, but the families that are at home as well, that suffer those losses and live with those for the rest of their lives. We always have to remember what the real sacrifices are. That was my breakdown. Thank you.
I do like how they're using real methods for concealing cards. You can keep the card in palm and move it around and show both of your hands empty. There's certainly a lot of jumping the shark here, I think, but there's also some realism. You can certainly hide cards around your hands. You can throw them. People who get really good at card throwing can scale them very, very far and very hard. Alexander Herman, Howard both used card throwing on stage as stunts. Also, cards as weapons. And was famous different grips used when throwing cards. The Herman grip, which is holding the card in one of the corners like this, with the thumb on top, then the I prefer the Thurston grip, where the card is clipped like this. Ricky J had his own grip, but when you're throwing cards, you hold on, you snap the wrist. And I just made our cameraman duck. Sorry to scare you. You alright? Mission impossible.
Shield is cracked. Rings there.
That's
We're ready to go. Open wide. Here comes the drill.
You've seen this trick.
It's possible that CG was used. It looked that great. I mean, Tom Cruise is so committed to his roles that it's possible that he did it for real. I think, though, this is a combination of sleight of hand and also where he might use some sort of trick apparatus that contributes to the effect. One thing I love is that Tom Cruise closes a door with CD. Closing doors, this is a magic and sleight of hand term. It means canceling out in the audience's mind. In other words, if I have 3 coins and I want to make these coins disappear, the first thing I might do is show you that they are solid silver coins by showing you both sides. Next, I will probably explain that my sleeves are rolled up. I want to point that out so you actually see that my sleeves are rolled up. I'm going to keep all of the coins in view, in frame, and I'm going to move slowly. And with all of those things in mind, if you watch the frequency, you'll bring an animal first to trick itself. Okay. What you're watching. Real magic. Enough doors are closed, that is the only answer, which is why I show you the front and back of my hands. Watch that second coin right here, that one is gone. And while you're busy thinking about that second coin, the third one is already. This type of magic uses combinations of having figured out how to each other. Makes it much more difficult to deconstruct a trick and figure it out. Action replication with method alteration is also another one. I might take a coin, show it to you, make that coin